Shift down. Wheel spin. Whoa. 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 It's actually like taking off a plane. Whoa. Okay. Okay. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another Forza Horizon 3 video. Today, I am making my very first Forza Horizon 3 video here on the PC. So, things you might notice are a little bit different. One, this video is available in 2K, so that's pretty cool. Other things that you may notice to be a little bit different in this video. One, I have basically everything unlocked on my map. Thanks, modding, for that. I have 999 million credits. I'm currently level 982. Gloss over all of that. None of that's important today. What I did want to do in today's video is show you why I think Forza Horizon and Forza games in general have the potential to be one of the best racing games, or in particular, drifting games ever. So today we're going to be working on this little SUPRA, and this is going to be my first mod video in Forza Horizon 3, like I said. So, if this is something you guys enjoy and want me to do more of, let me know by smashing that like button. If we get a bunch of likes and I see you guys enjoy it, we can definitely do some more of this. So anyways, like I said, we've got this SUPRA, so why don't we do some things to it? You can probably tell by the title, this isn't really a normal SUPRA. So let's head down and do some upgrades. So alright, this SUPRA is going to go from, a normal looking, pretty good looking SUPRA from the start into something insane. So we got some sweet body mods, and this is where actually you start noticing some differences between the usual stuff and the PC version. It's like the little logos at the bottom are different, which is just kind of strange. Anyway, so for this car, we've only got race tires. Now, I'd usually come in here and put it on like sport tires or so, but because of what we're going to be doing, I need some thicker tires. So 345s in the rear, those things are enormous. It might mess up some things we're doing, but it should be fine. So one of the things I wish you could do in Forza is when you're coming in and you're modifying your suspension, I wish you had more freedom here. We'll come back to our suspension in a little bit, but adding that race suspension is going to allow us to make this car absolutely insane. The other thing that I wish Forza did was actually let us modify the power to where, like, normal cars, I mean, things that you can do in real life. Like, in real life, you've got some 2,000 horsepower Supras running around the streets. So, why not come in here and make your car 2,000 horsepower in the game? That's actually 2,300 horsepower. 2,000, that's a 3,000 horsepower Supra. When I tested this, I never went over, like, 2,500 horsepower or so, yeah, this should be kind of interesting. Anyways, we're going to lower our tire pressure down a hell of a lot because this thing's just going to be spinning its tires constantly. The game doesn't really know how to cope with 2,000, 3,000 horsepower either, and it sort of messes up the gear ratio, so we're going to stretch our gear ratios all the way out. It says we can actually do 324 miles an hour, which is pretty sick. Now, I'm not even joking. This was seriously so easy to modify. You can come in here and just make this thing have crazy, stupid camber. We stopped at negative 15 degrees of camber because that's where I was like, okay, that's a little bit pushing it. But I mean, like, there's a culture out there, right, who love, like, stancing their cars and slamming them out, right? I wish we could do it in the game. Anyway, so we're making a drift car. I'll toss it on max camber just so we can sort of showcase what it looks like and what would technically be possible in this game, because it is pretty cool, but I will say it's kind of undrivable. I think my game's crashed now that I put 3,000 horsepower in it. Yeah, I broke it. Well, I guess I can use this time as we're loading back up and say, get your AR-12 racing jerseys. There are seriously only a handful of them left. Very, very limited. They're not going to be remade, so if you want one, go and get it now. Links down below. Good luck. Yeah, so that's a pretty mad-looking car, if you ask me. I mean, you can sort of see why they don't really want you doing that. Because, I mean, one, it looks ridiculous. Two, it's impossible to drive with. You'll see the problem with, with one, the 15 degrees of camber, and two, I guess 3,000 horsepower as well. Because, like I said, it's a bit ridiculous. I'm barely giving it any gas. I just want to get onto the road first. I guess before we go any further, I should say a massive shout out to Jake. Jake makes some awesome Forza Horizon 3 mod videos. I used his tutorials combined with another guy who I can't remember his name off the top of my head. I'll put his name on the screen. He made an awesome, like, drifting mod tutorial, and it was seriously awesome to watch. I'll include both their links in the description down below. Yeah, it was just mad watching them do their stuff, and I was like, I need to give that a go. So, yeah, that's what I wanted to do today. Anyways, so, like I said, negative 15 degrees of camber is a bit more than I think is really smart to drive with. It's completely uncontrollable. It's just ridiculous at the end of the day. But I did want to show off the 15 degrees of camber because I think it's kind of ridiculous. And I mean, it is fun to mess around. Okay, then we're gone. Driving-wise, not so much. Whoa! Yeah, it's pretty cool, the Supra. I like this. Anyway, so I want to run more realistic camber, I would say. So let's go 7 degrees in the front and maybe 1 in the rear. I mean, negative numbers, but yeah. But yeah, you can see the other problem that sort of presents itself when you give your car this much horsepower. It's just, because basically all we did was just boost how much the turbos give us in terms of horsepower, it makes it very, I guess, turbo laggy. And it sort of makes it so, say you're up in 5th gear, right? You gun it, nothing. Everything all at once, all the beams. Yeah, and then you basically try your best not to become a Mustang and put it into a tree. Once you get used to it, it is totally drivable. Like I said, I've come in here already and sort of tested it out a little bit and practiced a little bit. And out of the gate, you're gonna have some problems getting used to so much horsepower. Like, in Forza Horizon 3, the most powerful car there is the upgraded V12, which can have 1,500 horsepower. This thing has double that. It definitely takes some getting used to, that's for sure. But, I mean, it's not impossible to drive. And, I mean, having 2,000, even 3,000 horsepower isn't the most ridiculous thing. I mean, just take a look at Underground Racing. They have a whole fleet of 2,000 horsepower, like, twin-turbo cars. And, I mean, they all perform pretty well. Yeah, the gears are a bit weird, I will say, that's for sure. The game, gear ratio-wise, has a lot of trouble coping with so much horsepower. And it's like, you see, I'm in 6th gear, redlining it, and doing like 110 miles an hour. It's very weird to get your gear ratios bang on. It's something I still need to work on, but, I mean, it works. Sorta. Basically, though, you'll never complain about not having enough horsepower. The only thing I think you will complain about is having maybe too much horsepower, or that your car's always redlining. That's about it, really. So you know what I should do? Let's head back to the festival. Go in, make this car all-wheel drive, and see what it's able to what it's able to do. The other things I modified was the sheer amount of tire smoke in this game. Like, Forza Horizon 3 and every Forza game, and actually every video game ever, I don't think there's been a single one that's done smoke, like, perfectly just yet. And I mean, obviously we don't see it now because the water makes the road slippery, which is not helping my case more. But basically, I went into the settings as well, and I upped the amount of tire smoke that the cars produce and stuff like that. I did it once, and I upped it way too much, and all the AI were even just making tire smoke, and that wasn't cool. But then I toned it down a little bit, and I got a little bit more tire smoke than usual. I think it's like 50% more than usual, which is pretty good. The other thing that you might be able to tell, I broke something. I was watching Jake's video, and Jake was saying how you can go in and make your car spit lots and lots of flames. Now, I tried doing what he did, and it broke. So my cars don't spit flames now, regardless of, like, how much I rev it. You can hear it. It's like, you can hear it pop, but it physically does not shoot a flame. Anyways, let's make it all-wheel drive and just see how ridiculous we can make this thing. Hey, it's dry now! Alright, we'll head back in. We'll get the rear-wheel drive back and try to do a couple more drifts. It feels so much grippier now, though, that it's not raining. It also looks so good, this game. I'm playing it in 4K. This video is going to be 2K, though. I don't think I can record 4K and play 4K at the same time. Wait! My tire smoke. Wait, is the road still wet, technically? I think it thinks the road is still wet. Yeah, there's a little water coming off my tires. Like, just chucking it into corners. And just being like, yeah, that's 3,000 horsepower, kicking it around. It is very cheaty. But, I mean, it's all offline, right? So you can really do what you want. It doesn't really affect anyone else's gaming. Like, ah, that is so cool. So cool. Like, just hang it out. Hang it out everywhere. Also, yeah, I don't have any drift zones here just because I'm not technically far enough in the game, although I'm level 1000. Like, oh, it's so satisfying. Just being able to, like, chuck it in. Like, look at it accelerate up the hill, too. Like, if I was actually, like, I'm in 6th gear drifting. It's so sick. Like I said, you can get so good with the thing, it's just unfair. All right, anyways, let's get that all-wheel drive tune and try that out a bit. All right, this is when things go a bit mad because we've got 3,000 horsepower and all-wheel drive and actually quite a bit of grip because those, I mean, race tires and quite thick tires. It means that it actually is really fast and it actually does work. I mean, oh wait, our gear ratio's messed up. We forgot to fix our gears. The crazy thing is that it's not that fast off the line. Like, in Forza Horizon 3, there are faster things than this off the line. It's just that pull, I would say, from 150 to 250 miles an hour is like nothing else. There's nothing that even comes close. It's like you seriously have to drive with almost no throttle or else you're just screwed. I would love to go in at one point and completely remodify a car. Should I say what I want to do? Oh, yeah, I guess I'll say what I want to do. Essentially, you remember that video I made with Raymond when we went in and we built, like, F1 cars? I want to go in and actually build, like, an F1 car, like, weight ratio-wise, grip ratio-wise, like, power-wise. I feel like that would be insane, and just drive it around here. It's like, here's another Supra. Hey, Supra friend, you want to try to run? It's like, shift it down. This is actually like a motorbike. Drop a gear, disappear, bro. Dude, you know what we should do? Test the big jump in. And shift down, wheel spin. Whoa, whoa, whoa! It's actually like taking off a plane. Whoa, okay, okay. Let's give this thing a go. All-wheel drive. See what it does. I mean, we're gonna need to shift so many times. Get out of our gear so we stop spinning our wheels. There we go. 200 miles an hour. 250 miles an hour. Screen is shaking like crazy. Can we go faster than anything in this game? There's 303. Yes, we can. 312 miles an hour. Oh, we're gone. Oh, we're gone. It just goes, recalculating route. Hitting that thing at like 300 miles an hour would be insane. Wow. It's just so fast. And the crazy thing is that the speed is, wow, we just jumped the gap. The speed is actually usable. Wow. Like, although it's difficult to control, it's not impossible to drive. That's the craziest thing. Let's end this with an incredible top speed. Providing the traffic doesn't get in the way. The world is not supposed to go this quickly. 309 miles an hour. Although it's only 10 miles an hour more than an actual car in the game, it feels ridiculous. Like, there's nothing out there that goes from 150 to 250 as quickly as this. And that's just pure power. It's insane. Well, you know what? This has been a pretty good introduction for mods for me, I think. I think I'm quite intrigued as to what we can do. I know there's a lot of cool stuff out there, so like I said, if you would like to see some of that, let me know. Smash the like button. I will definitely do some more Forza Horizon 3 mod videos. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you soon for another one. See you guys then. Bye!